Ever feel like your living space could use a little something extra? Maybe it's a splash of green to brighten up the room, or a plant that'll thrive even if you forget to water it every now and then. I'm going to show you some of the best indoor plants that can turn any space, from your living room to your kitchen, into a cozy green oasis. And don't worry, whether you're a plant newbie or a seasoned plant parent, I've got you covered. From low-maintenance picks that barely need your attention, to bold statement plants that'll steal the show, we're about to dive into 23 of the best indoor plants you can find. Alright, first up, this beauty right here, the bird's nest fern. If you're looking for something unique and tropical, this one's got you covered. What's great about the bird's nest fern? It's super easy to care for and adds a pop of fresh green to any corner. Plus, it's perfect if you're into that whole jungle vibes look. This guy loves humidity, so it's perfect for bathrooms or kitchens. Just keep it out of direct sunlight and it'll thrive. A quick mist every few days will keep it happy, and you don't need to worry about pets. It's non-toxic, so your furry friends are safe. The bird's nest fern is a low-maintenance way to bring a little tropical charm into your home. Trust me, you'll love the vibe it creates. Next up, we've got the zebra plant. This one's a real showstopper with its striking striped leaves. It's like having a little piece of artwork right in your home. If you want a plant that'll grab attention, this is your pick. It's perfect for adding a bit of drama to any room without overwhelming the space. Now, the zebra plant does need a little extra love. Keep the soil moist and make sure it gets bright, indirect light. Too much sun, and those gorgeous leaves might fade. Trust me, this plant brings instant character to any room. It's a bit of a diva, but if you give it what it needs, the payoff is totally worth it. Now, if you're going for that tropical resort-like vibe at home, look no further than the Majesty Palm. This guy instantly makes any space feel more relaxed. Plus, it's perfect for filling up those awkward empty corners. Just pop it by a window where it can soak up indirect light, and you're golden. The Majesty Palm is pretty low maintenance. Keep the soil slightly moist and mist the leaves once in a while. Especially if the air's dry. It'll thank you for it. It's one of those plants that just looks expensive, but it's actually super easy to care for. Trust me, your home needs one of these. This one right here is the prayer plant, and it's called that because its leaves actually fold up at night like hands in prayer. How cool is that? Not only does it have a unique look, but it's also a great conversation starter. It's perfect for adding some color and personality to your space without going overboard. Now, the prayer plant loves humidity, so it's great for kitchens or bathrooms. Just keep the soil slightly moist, and it'll be happy. Oh, and give it bright, indirect light for those colors to really pop. Honestly, it's one of the easiest plants to take care of, and the way it moves with the light makes it feel alive. It's like having a little piece of nature's magic indoors. Alright, next up, we've got the Monstera, also known as the Swiss cheese plant. Just look at those awesome holes in the leaves. It's one of the trendiest plants around, and for good reason. These big, dramatic leaves are perfect for adding that tropical, Instagram-worthy look to your home. It's basically the centerpiece plant that'll steal the show in any room. Monstera is super easygoing. Just water it when the top inch of soil is dry and give it bright, indirect light. It'll grow fast, and those leaves will just keep getting bigger and better. Whether you're new to plants or a seasoned pro, the Swiss cheese plant is a must-have. Trust me, it'll totally transform your space. Up next is the blue star fern, and it's got a really unique color. Those bluish-green leaves instantly stand out from the usual greens you see in most plants. It's perfect if you want something different that still has that classic fern look. Plus, it's a low-maintenance plant that can handle lower light, making it great for spots that don't get a ton of sunshine. Just keep the soil a bit moist and mist it occasionally, and you're good to go. It's a simple way to bring a cool, relaxing touch to any space. Say hello to the Boston fern, a classic plant that's been a favorite for years. Those long, trailing fronds bring instant life and texture to any room. It's perfect for hanging planters or even sitting on a shelf where it can spill over the edges. Plus, it's great for adding a little bit of drama without being too fussy. Just give it plenty of humidity and indirect light, and it'll thrive. Next up is Algerian Ivy. If you're into trailing plants, this one's a total game changer. Its long vines add a really nice touch to any shelf or hanging planter. What's great about Algerian Ivy is that it grows fast and looks amazing as it cascades down. It's low maintenance too. Just give it some indirect light and keep the soil slightly moist. Whether you're letting it trail from a high spot or climbing up a trellis, this plant really knows how to liven up a room without needing much attention. Alright, check out the Tricolor Hoya. This one's got some serious style with those variegated leaves and a touch of pink. If you want a plant that adds color without flowers, this is it. It's not just pretty to look at, it's super easy to care for. Hoyas are pretty forgiving, so you can let the soil dry out between waterings. And it loves bright, indirect light to keep those colors popping. Whether you let it hang or climb, the Tricolor Hoya is perfect for adding a little pop of color and texture to any room without much effort. Meet the Corkscrew Rush. This plant is definitely one of the quirkiest ones on our list with its twisted, spiral leaves. It's a real conversation starter. What's great about the Corkscrew Rush is that it's super low maintenance. It loves to be kept moist, so you can easily pop it in a spot that gets bright, indirect light, and just keep the soil damp. I love using this plant in bathrooms or kitchens. Its interesting shape adds a fun vibe, and it thrives in humid environments. Perfect for those of us who want a bit of flair without the fuss. Next up is the olive tree. It's not just for the Mediterranean anymore. This beauty brings a touch of elegance and warmth to any space. What I love about the olive tree is its unique look. Those soft, silvery leaves are gorgeous. And it's relatively easy to care for. Just give it bright light and let the soil dry out between waterings. It's perfect for adding a bit of character to your home, and it even does well in pots outdoors during the summer. You get that classic, timeless look without a ton of hassle. Next up is the golden pothos. If you're looking for a plant that's nearly foolproof, this is it. Those trailing vines and that beautiful variegation really add a splash of color to any room. Whether you let it hang or train it up a trellis, the golden pothos looks great anywhere. Plus, it's super easy to care for. Just water it when the soil feels dry and watch it thrive in low to bright indirect light. This plant is perfect for beginners or anyone who wants a touch of green without too much fuss. Trust me, once you have one, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. Next, say hello to the ZZ plant. This guy is the king of low-maintenance houseplants. Just look at those shiny leaves. It's like it's always polished. What makes the ZZ plant so great is how tough it is. It can handle low light, drought, and pretty much anything you throw at it. Just water it every few weeks, and it'll be happy as can be. If you want a plant that makes your space feel alive without any hassle, the ZZ plant is your go-to. It's perfect for busy folks or those new to plant care. Next up is the rubber plant, and let me tell you, this plant is a showstopper. Those big, glossy leaves just command attention wherever you put it. What I love about the rubber plant is how easy it is to care for. It thrives in bright, indirect light and only needs watering when the top inch of soil is dry. Seriously, it's a great choice if you want something low-key, but dramatic. This plant not only looks amazing, but can also help purify the air. It's perfect for adding a bit of life to your home without a lot of effort. Trust me, you won't regret bringing one of these home. Check out this gem, literally. This is the string of pearls, and it's one of the coolest succulents you can have in your home. Those little beads just create such a unique look. What's great about the string of pearls is how easy it is to care for. It thrives in bright, indirect light, and only needs watering when the soil is completely dry. Plus, it's drought tolerant, so you don't have to stress if you forget to water it once in a while. This plant adds a fun, playful touch to any room, making it perfect for hanging shelves or high places. If you want a plant that stands out and is super low maintenance, the string of pearls is a must-have. Meet the Pilea, also known as the Chinese money plant. This one's got such a fun shape. Those round leaves really give it a unique character that brightens up any space. What I love about the Pilea is how easy it is to take care of. It loves bright, indirect light and doesn't need much water. Just let the soil dry out a bit between waterings, and it'll thrive. Here we have the Fiddle Leaf Fig, and let me tell you, this plant is a total showstopper. Those big, lush leaves make it a real statement piece for any room. Now, this beauty does require a bit more care compared to some other plants. It loves bright, indirect light and likes to be watered when the top inch of soil is dry. Just keep an eye on it, and it'll reward you with some serious growth. If you're looking to add a touch of elegance and drama to your home, the Fiddle Leaf Fig is your go-to plant. It's definitely worth the effort, and trust me, it'll elevate your space like nothing else. Check out the Sweetheart Waxplant. This little guy is perfect for anyone who loves unique shapes. Those heart-shaped leaves are just adorable and perfect for adding some love to your space. The Sweetheart Waxplant is pretty easygoing. It thrives in bright, indirect light and likes to dry out a bit between waterings. Just don't overdo it. A little neglect won't hurt it. This plant is perfect for bookshelves or countertops. It adds a lovely touch without taking up much space. Plus, it can even produce beautiful star-shaped flowers if you give it the right conditions. Check out this beauty, the Anthurium. With those vibrant flowers and shiny leaves, it's like having a piece of tropical paradise right in your home. This plant loves bright, indirect light to really bring out its colors, and it likes to stay moist, but not soggy. Just water it when the top inch of soil feels dry, and it'll keep blooming for you. If you want to add a splash of color and a bit of flair to your decor, the Anthurium is the way to go. It's not just pretty, it's also a great air purifier. Perfect for making your space feel fresh and lively. Next is the Bird of Paradise. This plant is like a vacation for your home, with those striking leaves that just scream tropical vibes. This beauty loves lots of bright, indirect light and plenty of water. Just keep the soil consistently moist. If you give it the right conditions, it can even reward you with gorgeous flowers that look like they belong in a paradise. It's a bit of a statement piece, perfect for adding drama and a touch of the exotic to your space. If you're looking to make your home feel more vibrant, the Bird of Paradise is a fantastic choice. Here's the Sansevieria, also known as the snake plant. This one's a favorite for a reason. Just look at those tall, sleek leaves. It's perfect for adding a bit of height and style to any room. What I love about the Sansevieria is how easy it is to care for. It can thrive in low light and doesn't need much water. Just let the soil dry out completely between waterings. Seriously, you could forget about it for weeks, and it'll still look great. This plant not only looks good, but it also helps purify the air, making it a smart choice for your home. If you want a plant that's both stylish and practically indestructible, the Sansevieria is your go-to. Check out the watermelon Peperomia. This little guy is a real standout with its unique leaf patterns. Those stripes really give it a fun, vibrant look that brightens up any space. What I love about the watermelon Peperomia is how easy it is to take care of. It prefers bright, indirect light and likes to dry out between waterings. Just give it a little love and it'll thrive. This plant is perfect for desks, bookshelves, or anywhere you need a little pop of green. Plus, it's compact enough to fit just about anywhere, making it a great choice for small spaces. Last but not least is the Begonia Maculata, also known as the polka dot begonia. Just look at those unique spots and that vibrant red underneath. This plant is all about that wow factor. It loves bright, indirect light and prefers to stay slightly moist. Just make sure not to let it sit in water. Nobody likes soggy roots. Give it a little humidity, and it'll thrive. This plant not only looks fantastic, but it's also relatively easy to care for, making it perfect for plant lovers of all levels. If you want to make a statement with your indoor plants, the Begonia Maculata is a must-have. And there you have it, 23 of the best indoor plants to liven up any room. Whether you're a seasoned plant parent or just starting out, there's something here for everyone. So, which one will you bring home?